Alright guys, so walking on the incline, proper posture accentuates glute activation. Okay, a lot of times if we have pelvic issues, walking on an incline is just the thing to do, but we have to watch our loading and how that works. But so I'm coming to you today to talk to you a little bit about why it is that I do what I do. So it's been about 22 years ago now, but I'm not a young guy, you can tell by the beard, but I've got some gray. White actually. So about 22 years ago, I used to be a competitive athlete in martial arts, wrestling, MMA, okay? Always been athletic. Hurt my back. Get this, not even training, fell out of a tree, busted my back. Bulging disc, L4, L5, that has since ruptured and is completely herniated. Complete vertebral compression, right? So I'm like the poster child for degenerative disc disease and the rehab process, right? So particularly barbell rehab method helped a lot. I got to give it up to certain coaches that I see online that are doing the thing. Mark Ripto, Starting Strength, barbell rehab. These methods kind of got me back from being messed up. I tore my meniscus at work in the left knee, so had to deal with that. I've had an ulnar abutment on the right forearm, so I still have a metal bar and 7 screws there that restrict range of motion. I've separated the shoulders a bunch of times. Broken the clavicle, torn labrum on the right shoulder, right? All fairly minor in the grand scheme of things. Like I could have just ripped them and blown them out and had to have replacements and that kind of thing. But I have been able to successfully rehab all of my own injuries, counter to what mainstream physical therapy wanted me to be doing. I myself am a neuromuscular and sports massage therapist. I am also a certified personal trainer. I am a certified physique and bodybuilding coach. I am a certified sports nutrition coach. I am a certified fitness nutrition specialist, integrated balance training, on and on and on. Anyways, so with all of these injuries to myself, I've had sciatica, plantar fasciitis, like you pretty much name it. Migraines, was hit by lightning when I was 11. I've dealt with muscle spasms and migraines and what's now dubbed syncopal seizures throughout most of my life, right? So at 11 years old, I've been suffering from this and hurt my back in my 20s, hurt my knee in my later 20s trying to rehab from my back, which I couldn't really walk for 6 months. At least 6 months, I don't know. After that, it was just kind of like walking. Just walking with a cane and kind of getting through all that. Then I popped a cartilage in my wrist, and I had to go through the surgery for the wrist. And if you don't know what an ulnar abutment is, it's really crazy. kind of an experience. The ulna and the radius bones, the 2 bones in your forearm, they line up really nice like this. And the cartilage sits right on that ridge between your forearm bones and your wrist. And so when we move around, it glides and it's all nice and good. Articulates in many different directions. So I had some kind of like birth genetic abnormality that made my ulnar jut out a little bit more than the radius. And this created an uneven shelf, as it was explained to me. And through regular, just kind of everyday wear and tear, that ridge created a weak spot in the cartilage, and then it ripped. Bam. That was painful. Damn. But by the time I went in to have the surgery done and have the arthroscopic done to clean it all out, there was no cartilage left. It was completely obliterated and just destroyed. So I have no cartilage remaining, and I have this big metal bar. I have the metal bar because, you know, you can't just shave some of that bone off the end. That condyle is where your ligaments and everything kind of attaches to the bone, right? And it goes along the shaft, crosses in some areas, right? There's some different things, rotation and flexion, extension, right? Lots of stuff going on in there. So they can't just cut it off the end. You'd have to detach all that shit, put it back on. So what they do is actually cut a section out of the middle, pull it together, and then plate it and screw it all down, and then let the bone heal back together again. So complete cross section just removed. So kind of like a hard break, man, like just done. So that was that, you know, total Achilles tendon in my left side, all left side compression, knee, hip, foot. That was workers' comp. I had to tell them to release me from workers' comp so that I could rehab myself, because they were just making the situation worse, unfortunately. This is my journey, man. Like, bodybuilding is the last sport that encourages me to develop myself and to keep pushing and to get better and to build muscle and be lean and structurally functional. I mean, honestly, complete vertebral compression, all the nerve roots dead, nerve pain in my foot. I should be on disability, right? But, yeah, fuck that. I'm not ready to lay down and die. I'm not ready to give over to gravity and just let myself curl down into a fetal position and just roll into a grave. I will fight that grim until the day I die. My original motto was live forever or die trying. And I stand by that still to this day. I refuse to lay down. Every day, no matter how you feel, you get up and do it anyway. But here, what I'm doing now is this walking, man, like versus sitting, right? Being healthy, losing weight, right? A lot of it's nutrition. Our food is meant to be addictive these days. But as far as activity levels, man, it's just about not sitting. Don't be sedentary, right? Get up and move as much as you can. If you find yourself sitting, get up. Pace around your house. Dance around with the kids. You know, whatever. Do push-ups. Do sit-ups. Whatever floats your boat. Get a row machine. Get a treadmill. But stop sitting on your ass. When you're tired, from your day, you sleep really well. When you sit on your ass all day, you don't sleep really well. You eat too much carbohydrates close to bedtime, right? You don't get enough protein in your body's just aching to move. But we interpret that as pain. We interpret thirst as hunger, right? Your perception is flawed, man. Allow what you learn to influence who you are and who you will become in the future. So that being said, my ultimate plight is I need help, right? I'm barely functioning at work. This is the only thing that's keeping me fused together without having to get fusions and plates in my spine, right? So we're gonna make a go at this bodybuilding career, since it's the only thing that really can keep me motivated and just all about health and being here for family and friends and those that depend on this, because I'm getting older, but fuck if my young ones don't still need us around.